We finally completed the build of our converted cargo trailer and took it up to the mountains for our first adventure. Pretty quickly, we realized we were unprepared. Even though it was spring, Mother Nature had a surprise for us. Join us on the first adventure in our new home.
We're headed up the mountains. The trailer's not completely done yet, but we're getting there. A lot of little things need to be done. It's our first kind of trial run out in nature. We've been living in it for a few weeks now. I've been in it more than Kat has with doing the build and everything, but this is our first actual real test, take it out into nature. We're gonna head up to Big Hill up off the El Dorado National Forest, spend a few days up there, get away from people and try to recharge, just enjoy our time up there. Kat forgot her banjo, so there'll be no singing on her part. I forgot my harmonica, so there'll be no singing on my part.
Elvis, and it's all you, buddy.
Elvis forgot his harp.
Where's your harp?
Well, here we are, cozied up on our first trip out with the trailer. Elvis is clearly working hard. Kat's trying to. Well, we picked a heck of a first time to come out with the trailer out to the woods. It's been slightly snowing a little bit here and there since this morning. Woke up, there's maybe 3 or 4 inches, and it's been kind of going steady since. We left the valley. It was a nice toasty 90 degrees, and we came all the way up here for snow, and potentially they're calling for 18 degrees tonight. We're looking at about 50 degrees right now in here. Not too bad. It'll be a little colder tonight, I'm sure. We have zero heat in here because that is where the Cubic Mini wood stove was supposed to go. and the plan was to put that in. And as things started heating up, I decided that we would instead not put the stove in and drag it all the way around the country.
Chad's up on the ladder clearing the solar panels.
What do you think, bud? Big change from an hour ago when it's thunder and lightning, huh? And snowing. Control your child.
What?
Control your child. He's running around. Who's that? So, after last night and our little frigid temperatures down to 22, we decided tonight we were going to light a couple candles and see if it actually works. We're going to find out. It's already down to about 48 degrees
In here.
in here. So projected 20 degrees outside tonight. So we'll see. Say goodnight, Kat.
Good night.
Say goodnight, Elvis. Good night. So our little candles worked. It was about, got down to 22 last night. And we managed to stay about 40 to 44. Good morning, Elvis. So, actually did work pretty well. I'll use it again tonight. So I guess in a pinch, candles do work. Only bad thing is, it smells like a Michael's in here.
So after a fair amount of deliberation, we've decided to head back. We're not really prepared, obviously, because as you know, these stinky candles have been our primary heat source. So we're gonna pack up. Chad's kind of flattening the area and carving our exit, carving a wheel well with the truck so that we can get out of here. So I'm really sad, honestly. This has been amazing, but there'll be a lot more adventures to come, so.
This is gonna be a first trailer in the snow. So, weatherman, between today and tomorrow morning is calling for an additional possible 2 feet of snow on top of about the 8 inches we got right now, which is gonna make it a little interesting trying to get out tomorrow. So we made the call. We're gonna go ahead and do it today and try to get out. So we're not too far from pavement, thankfully.
All right, we are attempting to get out from our campsite. Yeah, babe.
Well, that was easy. Nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Alrighty, you ready?
Yeah, here, turn
Let's
it on.
do this.
Alright, we are heading back. Not on the main road yet, but getting to a lower elevation. For our first trip, this was pretty extreme, especially because we didn't have a heat source. We do have a cubic mini stove, but decided to install it next year because the temperature when we were leaving to come up here was 90 degrees Fahrenheit. So, you know, we were in that kind of frame of mind of like, yeah, we'll get a little snow, but it's not gonna stick, and, you know, we'll be back to 80-degree weather soon. I packed shorts, which obviously I didn't get a chance to wear.
I wore mine.
He wore mine. And yeah, so it was quite a good adventure. You know, it got pretty cold, pretty damp. We could have stayed out longer. You know, we were just unprepared enough to the point where it was exciting, not like, are we gonna die? But we have other commitments and obligations, so we needed to get out while we can, because 2 more feet of snow, we probably would be stuck there until the weather cleared, which is not in the forecast anytime soon. So
Yeah, with the addition of the wood stove would have been nice, giving us the ability to kind of actually dry things out. Temperature in the trailer would get up to low 60s during the day when the sun came out, but it would definitely drop back down. One night it was down to 27. And it's difficult to keep things dry and to actually allow things to dry out. Had we had the wood stove, that would have obviously changed things. Be able to dry gear and clothing. And it's winter. It's just one of those things you deal with. Those that, you know, do the winter backpacking, it's that challenge of trying to keep things dry and warm, and it was just no different, other than, you know, the camper, or the camper provided more protection than, say, a tent would, and kept things a little bit drier, but still just trying to fight with water and stuff leaking and all that fun stuff. But overall, it was I think a great trip.
yeah, and I cannot wait for many, many more. And Elvis was the only one. Elvis, you were prepared, weren't you? Elvis is always prepared for this type of weather, aren't you, Elvis? Yes, you are.